Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityurmamritam gamaya. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityurmamritam gamaya. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityurmamritam gamaya. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
I wrote a poem for Nana, and I am going to read it. A life worth more than gold, sweet and gentle, knowledgeable and bold. So much happiness, so much love, so much hope, flying above, filled with patience and peace. From his presence, all bad things are released. Till a magical life, till the last stride, always at our side. But not all is lost. He is still on this planet that he has crossed. His spirit is now up above. He is still there, blessed and in God's care. Bye. Thank you. Hello. I am going to sing the first paragraph of This Land is Your Land. So here we go. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Thank you. Bye.
This is for my brother, my dearest Bhombol. We had a very happy childhood, and some of those memories are etched in my heart. And I would like to share a few of those stories with you today. As youngsters, Bhombol and I were given 2 tin cans, kind of like piggy banks, by our parents. And every month we would get 1 rupee each to put it in. The catch was you could put money into these tin boxes, but you could not get it out. So after a few years, the tins got full, and the decision was made, I'm sure by our parents, that we break the boxes, collect the money, and buy something that we both wanted. And that is how we acquired our first record player. One of the earliest records we purchased was Rabindra Sangeet by Hemanta Mukherjee. And Bhombol would hum to the tune, Mone ki vidha rekhe gele chole. Later in life, when Bhombol, Tinku and I would be together, he would say, let us sing a Rabindra Sangeet together. Well, as we grew, our tastes changed and we bought records by Pat Boone, Elvis, and even some Latin music. By that time, Bhombol was at RIMC and I was at Loreto College. During the summer holidays in Gaya, we would come and we would play the records and dance the twist and jive to our heart's content. Bhombol's love for dancing lasted till the very end. Another very sweet memory I have is when Tukun was born and I was in Gaya. Tukun, our son Sanjeev, was born as an ugly duckling for the first 3 months, but he blossomed into a beautiful child. So during this time, Bhombal was coming. My mother warned me, Cuckoo, don't be hurt if Bhombal does not pay any attention to your baby. When Bhombal arrived, took a look at his nephew, picked him up, and Tukun remained in Bhombal's arms for the rest of the summer. We had a big swing in our front porch, and Bhombal would swing away with Tukun wrapped in his arms. My mother was petrified. She'd say, Tukun. She'd say, Bhombal, be careful. We are taking care of Prashanto's baby. And he would smile and say, Ma, this is my Didi's baby. He filled our lives with so much love and laughter. My dearest brother, you will dwell deep in my heart.
From Bappa and Durva in Australia.
For Bhombal Mama. From Crossing the Bar by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Sunset and evening star, and one clear call for me. And may there be no moaning of the bar when I put out to sea. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
From Afterwards by Thomas Hardy. When the present has latched its postern behind my tremulous stay, and the May month flaps its glad green leaves like wings, delicate filmed as new spun silk, will the neighbors say he was a man who used to notice such things? If, when hearing that I have been stilled at last, they stand at the door, watching the full-starred heavens that winter sees, will this thought rise on those who will meet my face no more? He was one who had an eye for such mysteries. And will any say when my bell of quittance is heard in the gloom, and a crossing breeze cuts a pause in its outrollings, till they rise again, as they were a new bell's boom? He hears it not now, but used to notice such things.
From If Tomorrow Starts Without Me by David Romano. As I turned and walked away, a tear fell from my eye. For all my life I'd always thought I didn't want to die. I had so much to live for, so much left yet to do. It seemed almost impossible that I was leaving you. I thought of all the yesterdays, the good ones and the bad. I thought of all the love we shared and all the fun we had. Goodbye, Bhombal Mama.
See you later.
Gamaya Gamasoma Jyoti Gamaya Vidorma Mritam Gamaya Shanti 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 Hari Shanti, Shanti, Hari, Tatsa. Dekho alo akash, dekho akash taraye bhara, dekho jabar pother pashe, chhote amar পাগল পারা এত আনন্দ আয়োজন সবই বৃথা আমায় ছাড়া ধরে থাকো আমার দুই
দুঃখের মাঝেও, এই চলে যাওয়ার মাঝেও একটা জিনিস মনে হচ্ছে বারবার, সেটা হচ্ছে যে মানুষ যখন তার দেহের বাঁধন ছেড়ে বেরিয়ে যায় তখন তো সে অনন্ত অসীম, সুতরাং তাকে তখন পাওয়া বোধহয় আরও সহজ। মনে মনে আমি চাইলেই তাকে আমি আমার পাশে পেতে পারি, যে কোনো আমার বিপদে আপদে প্রয়োজনে, মানে সে তখন ভগবানের সমতুল্য এবং বিশ্ব চরাচরগামী। তো সেই অনুভূতিটাও হচ্ছে, কষ্টের সঙ্গে সঙ্গে আবার সেই অনুভূতিটাও হচ্ছে। এটাও মনে হচ্ছে যে চাইলেই আমি তাকে পাশে পাবো, যে কোনো সময়, যে কোনো অবস্থায়। যেখানেই থাকুক বোম্বদা খুব শান্তিতে থাকুক, আনন্দে থাকুক, এটাই আমাদের সকলের কামনা।
My Bhombol Kaku. I fondly remember during my childhood days, my Choto Dida would often visit us during summertime. She was a person who was full of life and loved to chat. Like a true mother, she would enjoy telling us stories about her son, how brilliant Bhombol Kaku was, forever a topper, how smart he was, about his life during the 71 war, and recollect many more such fond memories. With my head on her lap, I would listen to her in awe and wonder when I would get the chance to finally meet this family hero. My years in Chandigarh gave me this chance quite a few times. He would often come to visit us, chat for a while, and make sure to taste whatever was being cooked by his chordi that day, much to her delight. He was warm, caring, affectionate, and so very thoughtful. Thanks to the 5 family occasions in the recent past, I got to spend some good times with him, plus watch his dance performances live, along with Sunita Kakima, of course, things I shall always cherish. When Mumbai went into lockdown early last year, he made it a point to send us 4 files of the immunity boosting Ayurvedic medicines and got them couriered all the way from Kangra. We were so touched. Thank you, Bhombol Kaku, for your loving gestures. It is difficult to realize that you are not amongst us today in person, but I'm sure you're watching us from up above with that pretty dimpled smile of yours. Bhalo theko.
Hi everyone. A flood of memories pass through my mind as I think of our lovable Bhombol. Looking back at our days in Chandigarh, the Bhombol Sunita wedding was marked by the visit of full Mukherjee clan over here. Apart from being a top-class army officer and later a corporate executive, he was an artist too. We cannot forget him dancing in the stage during Vidya's wedding Sangeet, and then at our memorable gathering in Raichok on 22nd February 2020. A special thanks to Dippi Tumpu for organizing the gala party at Raichok to celebrate their 25th anniversary. The Bombol Sunita dance was the highlight of the event. Incidentally, it was their 44th wedding anniversary. This was an added attraction. We have lots of common memories which will last forever. Wherever you are, keep smiling as always. Thank you.
এ জীবন পূর্ণ করো, এ জীবন পূর্ণ করো, এ জীবন পূর্ণ করো, এ জীবন পূর্ণ করো যৌবন দানে, আগুনে পরশমণি ছোঁয়াও প্রাণে। আমার এই দেহ খানি তুলে ধরো, তোমার ওই দেবালয়ে প্রদীপ করো। আমার এই দেহ খানি তুলে ধরো, তোমার ওই দেবালয়ের প্রদীপ করো। নিশিদিন আলোক শিখা জ্বলুক গানে, নিশিদিন আলোক শিখা জ্বলুক গানে। আগুনের পরশমণি ছোঁয়াও প্রাণে। আধারের গায়ে গায়ে পরশ তব, সারা রাত ফোটাক তারা নব নব। আধারের গায়ে গায়ে পরশ তব, সারা রাত ফোটাক তারা নব নব। নয়নে বৃষ্টি হতে ঘুচবে কালো, যেখানে পড়বে সেথায় দেখবে আলো। নয়নের দৃষ্টি হতে ঘুচবে কালো, যেখানে পড়বে সেথায় দেখবে আলো। ব্যথা মোর উঠবে জ্বলে ঊর্ধ্বগানে, ব্যথা মোর উঠবে জ্বলে ঊর্ধ্বগানে। আগুনের পরশমণি ছোঁয়াও প্রাণে, এ জীবন পূর্ণ করো, এ জীবন পূর্ণ করো, এ জীবন পূর্ণ করো, এ জীবন পূর্ণ করো গগন দানে। আগুনের পরশমণি ছোঁয়াও প্রাণে।
মাঝে মাঝে আমাকে দেখলেই বলতো হাসি খুশির কথার মধ্যে, নূপুর, আমার হাজবেন্ডের নাম তমাল, তুমি কি তমালকে খেতে দাও না, ও এত রোগা। আমি বলতাম, না দাদা, দিই না, সব আমি খেয়ে নিই। এই বলে দাদা একটা মৃদু হাসতো, বললো, না না, দেখবে, দেবে। কিন্তু দাদা আমাদের মধ্যে এত অল্প দিন ছিল, কিন্তু এত আপন করে নিয়েছিল, যাতে দাদার বিয়োগ ব্যথাটা আমরা কিছুতেই মেনে নিতে পারছি না। কিন্তু তবুও আমাদের এটা মানতেই হবে, দাদা চলে গেছে। আমরা যেন আগামী জন্মেও এরকম দাদাই কাম্য করি। এই আজকে এই পর্যন্ত বললাম।
True greatness lies in achieving great heights, yet always being grounded and humble about it. That is what my Bhumul Kaka epitomized. He was so matter of fact and tended to downplay his own achievements. It is only now that BK is gone that we are discovering new facets to him. I, for one, found him to be extremely sharp and intelligent, yet witty, and always looked forward to his posts on Facebook. However, what really set him apart from others was his childlike curiosity to know and understand another's point of view. Munna and I have a special connection because when we lost my in-laws, it was BK and SK who softened that blow by stepping into their shoes. They've always showered us with so much love and have been by our side to guide us. Bhumul Kaka, we will miss you dearly. The only solace is in knowing that a great soul like yours is in a safe haven.
শ্রীচরণেশু ডিয়ার ভোম্বল কাকু, তোমার এই হঠাৎ চলে যাওয়ায় আমরা সকলেই ভীষণ আহত, বিষণ্ণ। বারে বারে মনে পড়ছে ঘটে যাওয়া অনেক সব ঘটনা। আজ সেই মনে পড়া মুহূর্তগুলোর মধুরতা কিন্তু যেন ছাপিয়ে গেল সব বিষণ্ণতাকে। তুমি কি ভীষণ অসাধারণ ছিলে কাকু। ছোটবেলায় ফুলমার কাছে তোমার কত গল্প শুনতাম আর মুগ্ধ হয়ে ভাবতাম যে এসব বুঝি গল্পতেই শোনা যায়। ধানবাদে থাকায় তোমায় আমরা ছোটবেলা থেকেই কাছে পেয়েছি, আর তার সাথে পেয়েছি অনেক অনেক স্নেহ ভালোবাসা। আমি অবশ্য পরবর্তী জীবনে গুরগাঁয়ে থাকাকালীন তোমাকে আবার ফিরে পেয়েছিলাম। দেখেছি একজন সুপারস্টার আর একজন সুপার সিম্পল মানুষকে একই সাথে। ইচ্ছা হতো জিজ্ঞাসা করি, সব কিছুতেই ফার্স্ট হওয়ার ফর্মুলাটা কী গো? তোমার জীবন আমাদের কাছে চির প্রেরণা হয়ে থাকবে, আর তোমার কথা মনে করলেই তোমার সে অদ্ভুত পজিটিভিটি, এনার্জি আর এনথুজিয়াজমে ভরে উঠবো আমরা। তুমি চিরকাল থাকবে আমাদের স্মৃতি মাঝে, আর বহুকাল ধরে বহুবার মনে পড়বে বারে বারে।
Hi Sunita Kakima, hi Abu. My deepest condolences to both of you. Now, regarding Bhombol Kaku, I have innumerable memories with him as he used to frequently visit Ranchi during my childhood years. He was more of a friend and less of an uncle. The childhood memories will always remain precious, but the recent ones will occupy a special place in my heart forever. I'm really glad that our 25th anniversary was celebrated along with your 44th. It will be a lifetime cherished memory for the family. Didn't imagine it would be our last toast together though. My biggest regret, however, is that I missed the Leh Ladakh road trip with you. That is something I really regret throughout my life. Okay, bon voyage, Bhombol Kaku. Cheers.
ভরা থাক স্মৃতিসুধায় বিদায়ের পাত্রখানি। সত্যি সব পুরনো স্মৃতিগুলি মনে পড়ে যাচ্ছে। আমরা ছিলাম সমবয়সী। আমার জন্ম 14th জুন আর ওর জন্ম 31st আগস্ট। ও বনুদি বলে ডাকতো, আর এই নিয়ে আমি ওকে বলতাম বনুদি বললে আমি কথা বলবো না, আর ও বলতো আমার ভুল হয়ে গেছে, আমি কান ধরছি। ও যে কত বড় পোস্টে ছিল তা ওর ব্যবহারে বোঝা যেত না। এত অমায়িক ব্যবহার ছিল যে শিক্ষাগত যোগ্যতার ব্যবধানটা ভুলে যেতাম। কখনো সে বড় ভাইয়ের মতো সুবুদ্ধি দিত, মন খারাপ করলে সান্ত্বনা দিত। বারবার বলেছে, একা থাকিস আমি টিকিট কেটে পাঠিয়ে দেবো, তোর ছেলে মানে বাবাই তোকে প্লেনে তুলে দেবে।
Hi, this is Sushmita. Bhombol Kaku knew me as Tumpa. I believe I first saw Bhombol Kaku in the Tata Infotech office in Seeps Andheri, now known as Tata Consultancy Services or TCS. I had joined my first job right after college 2 months before I married into the Mukherjee family. So interestingly, I not only shared a family with Bhombol Kaku, I also shared a workplace with him. Baba and Ma used to relate anecdotes about Bhombol Kaku and referred to him with affection that we dedicate towards the youngest brother in the clan. I remember feeling amused that one who was referred to as the youngest at home had the highest share at work. He was the head of our department. On one occasion in Kolkata, Bhombol Kaku was speaking on a topic I believe was how to be successful. At the end of the session, one member of the young audience asked him, how does one deal with popularity and publicity once you become successful? To that, Bhombol Kaku chuckled and replied, well, I can only say that you lead a private life which is good enough for public scrutiny. I marveled at his spontaneous answer. And today, as we celebrate his life, I thought I'd share this little story, a memory that has stayed with me for 20 years. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I think Mama would have been very pleased to see all of us sharing stories about him and just sharing stories in general and coming together as a family. There's just a couple of memories of mine that I wanted to share. Mama was not just my only Mama, but he was, for the time I spent in India when I was around my uncles, he was my favorite uncle. And there were two things in particular that I just will share about him. One was when we visited India. We visited Mama and Mama in Shimla in 1976. I was 10 years old and they were newlyweds. And I remember I was in a drawing phase, drew many things. I drew a motorcycle, sketch of a motorcycle. And Mama used to ride motorcycles back then, so he knew what a motorcycle was. And I was this 10-year-old, very industriously drawing this motorcycle. If you looked at the motorcycle, you'd see that what I drew had no basis in reality. This was not a motorcycle that would anyone could ride or had any way to drive the wheels or anything like that. No motor. And I remember Mom asked me a few questions about, like how would the motorbike actually move. I came up with some answers, and he just kind of smiled and encouraged me to keep at it. While I'm sure he thought the whole time, what is this child doing? That was one thing. And the second was when we Debjani, Avani and I visited Mama and Mama in Gurgaon. I think this was 2016, if I remember correctly. And we actually went, Mama and Mama both really give back to the community quite a bit, those less fortunate. And they took us, including Avani, to a hospital where they made khichdi at home, and we served khichdi to those who were at the hospital. And this was a hospital that had people who were less fortunate. And that really stuck with Avani to this day. She's actually going to a university in the fall where public service is a very big component of that university, why people go there. And she's thinking of going to medicine or public health to be able to help people. So, the things that he did have made an impression and are being passed on through the generations. Mama made an impression on everybody he touched, including myself and Debjani and Avani as well. I miss him, but his memory and I think the things he brought to the world live on. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
তোমার স্মরণে শরণ নিলাম সেই ঠাকুরের, যিনি আমাদের সকল দুঃখ যন্ত্রণা ব্যথা বেদনার একমাত্র উপশম। এক ঝড়ের রাতে রবীন্দ্রনাথ ঠাকুরের রচিত বিদায়। ক্ষমা করো, ধৈর্য ধরো, হোক সুন্দরতর বিদায়ের ক্ষণ। মৃত্যু নয়, ধ্বংস নয়, নহে বিচ্ছেদের ভয়, শুধু সমাপন। শুধু সুখ হতে স্মৃতি, শুধু ব্যথা হতে গীতি, তরি হতে তীর। খেলা হতে খেলা শ্রান্তি, বাসনা হইতে শান্তি, নভ হতে নীড়। দিনান্তের নম্র কর পড়ুক মাথার পর, আঁখি পড়ে ঘুম। হৃদয়ের পত্রপুটে গোপনে উঠুক ফুটে নেশার কুসুম।
इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना। हम चले नेक रास्ते पे हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना। इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना। हम ना सोचे हमें क्या मिला है, हम ये सोचे किया क्या है अर्पण। फूल खुशियों के बाटे सभी को, सबका जीवन ही बन जाए मधुबन। अपनी करुणा का जल तू बहा के कर दे पावन हर एक मन का कोना। हम चले नेक रास्ते पे हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना। इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना।
কত তারপর আবার আমার ছেলের বিয়েতে এসে খুব আনন্দ করেছে, কিন্তু যাওয়ার সময় কাছে এসে হাত দুটো ধরে বলল, মিনাদি খুব তো বড় করে ছেলের বিয়ে দিলি, এবার নিজের শরীরের প্রতি একটু যত্ন নাও। ওর দরদি মন সবার জন্য চিন্তা করতো। তাছাড়া যত বয়স্ক লোক আত্মীয় স্বজনদের মধ্যে যা সব খোঁজ খবর নিত এবং তাদের এমনকি তাদের কাছে চলেও যেত। 2nd মার্চ একবার কথা হয়েছিল, তারপর 23rd মার্চ আমার সঙ্গে ভাইয়ের লাস্ট ফোন হয়। আমার কাছে গীতাদির ফোন নাম্বার চাইলো, ফোনটা পেয়ে থ্যাংক ইউ বলল, তারপর সব নীরব। কত স্মৃতি মনের কোঠায় সঞ্চিত হয়ে আছে, সব মনে পড়ে একটু একটু করে। তবু মনে করি আমাদের ভাই আমাদের মধ্যেই আছে এবং সবসময় আমাদের সঙ্গেই থাকবে।
I recall a story that dates back to January 1995. A striking young man oozing oodles of charm and suavity was my first impression of Shudiptoda. That's how I initially addressed him. A day or two after my Dada Bodhi's wedding, he took us to the Taj Bengal for a quiet celebration. Very courteously, he handed over the menu card to us. Taking a close look at the right side of the menu card, we returned it to him. He went on to order some of the hotel's finest dishes and a bottle of wine as an accompaniment. The wine arrived, but he was not particularly pleased to see how it was served. Very politely and discreetly, he gave a quick lesson to the nervous wine server. The girl in her mid-20s was already in awe of this man sitting across the table. After the first sip of wine, he queried, "Tumpu, tell me, are you seeing someone?" I vigorously shook my head. He gave me a quizzical look and went on, "Well, how would you like your future husband to be?" I rattled off all the possible virtues and added that I'm in search of this particular Mr. Right. He gave me the biggest reality check of my life that evening, stating that there's no Mr. Right, just as there's no Miss Right. You just have to accept each other, the key to an everlasting relationship. A fortnight later, fate had already decided that I would be a part of his extended family, that he would be my beloved Kaka Shoshur waiting at the Park Hotel lounge to welcome his nephew and the newly married bride. An O. Henry twist to the tale, if I may endearingly call it. Dear Bhombal Kaku, our souls shall continue to connect through the treasure trove of memories you left behind, shall miss your vibrant presence forever, and also you asking me to sing every time we met. সত্যি এত আনন্দ আয়োজন সবই বৃথা তোমায় ছাড়া. So long till we meet, আমার প্রণাম নিও.
রোজ বুলায় করো ভক্তি দাদা 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 হাদাও দাদা লা 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 আর এটা হচ্ছে ফর হিজ জলি গুড ফেলো চেষ্টা করব দেখি কীরকম হয় ফর হিজ আ জলি গুড ফেলো ফর হিজ আ জলি গুড ফেলো ফর হিজ আ জলি গুড ফেলো ফর
say all of us.
रिश्ता दिल से दिल के एतबार का जिंदा है हमी से नाम प्यार का कि मर के भी किसी को याद आएंगे किसी के आंसुओं में मुस्कुराएंगे कहेगा फूल हर कली से बार बार जीना इसी का नाम है रिश्ता दिल से दिल के एतबार का जिंदा है हमी से नाम प्यार का कि मर के भी किसी को याद आएंगे किसी के आंसुओं में मुस्कुराएंगे कहेगा फूल हर कली से बार बार जीना इसी का नाम है जीना इसी का नाम है
back 1 2 3 forward come move to right again 1 2 3 come let's move forward 1 2 3
अभी नहीं अभी तो हम ट्राई कर रहे हैं शांत लो
ठीक है ना फकत शांत लो मोटो you have to do what we have to do you will first move to your left sure take okay left okay 1 2 3 go back 1 2 3 come 1 2 3 go back 1 2 3 go back half hour
let me get my basic Shantanu wait at the
you look at my feet go stand okay 1 2 3 back 1 2 3 back
cha कौन सा
अच्छा okay अच्छा okay go just take your foot back cha 1 2 3 cha 1 2 3 it doesn't matter तो सिर हिला ले जो मर्जी कर ले you go to your right 1, 2, 3, cha cha cha. 1, 2, 3, cha cha cha. 1, 2, 3, cha cha cha. नहीं है ये ठीक नहीं है.
ठीक नहीं है पर करो
अच्छा क्या ठीक है? You are saying this is cha 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 cha. Okay, fine.
नहीं it will come
Hold on.
it came that day right?
1, 2, 3, cha cha cha. 1, 2, 3, cha cha cha. 1, 2, 3, cha cha cha. Is it okay now? That is okay. If it is not okay, what is okay? You tell me.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3
Okay, ठीक है, okay, fine. Come now.
1, 2, 1.
अच्छा, now you please put your left foot in front. Okay. Come on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. बात तो वही है. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2. धीरे. Don't hurry up. 1, 2. Why are you hurrying up? Take it easy. 1, 2. Left हमेशा आगे. तेरा भी मेरा भी. I'm going to go to the right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. This 1, 2, 3 ना, you move. Not here है नहीं. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. See, wait. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. हाँ.
क्या करो यार
हाथ.
अब तो तुम ही करने लगी है.
Okay. We'll go right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. चाचा इसके अलावा और बहुत कुछ है.
हाँ करना.
But you keep on doing this only.
So you are doing this now. I am following you. Do something else.
Okay. 1. We'll play with the music. Towel.